Hey guys, very quickly before this video starts, I just want to shout out my Discord server. We do special live streams on there, and we just have a lot of fun talking about Genshin, playing Genshin together, whatever. If you guys want to check it out, it'll be the pinned comment and also the description of this video. Go ahead and join and verify yourself, and I'll see you guys in the Discord server. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my best GANYU builds and basically talking about if you should wish for her. But yeah, we're going to be going over GANYU herself, team comps, artifacts, weapons, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get right into her actual build. So as you guys can see right here, she's level 87 out of 90. I've had GANYU for like a year and she's still not level 90, but I've only recently been building her. She's got 2200 attack, 58% crit rate, 244% crit damage, and 46% cryo damage bonus. For her weapon, we are using an R2 Skyward Harp. We do not have Ammo's Bow, and hopefully we can pull it on the rerun, but overall the Ammo's Bow is by far her absolute best weapon. But if you don't have Ammo's Bow, don't worry, there are plenty of other options to use, like right here, the Skyward Harp. It's a very good weapon. The reason why is because it's a crit based weapon, so it's not, assigned to any particular character. It's got 22 crit rate, and then at Refinement rank 1, it's got 20% crit damage. This physical passive doesn't really benefit her, but it's okay. It's just a little bit of extra damage. You're going to get a lot of crit out of this weapon. If you don't have any 5-star weapons, there are plenty of 4-star options like the Viridescent Hunt. If you go for Battle Pass weapon, it's still a good weapon. You can always craft the Prototype Crescent, which is the craftable bow. It comes with attack percentage. You will have to work a little bit on crit rate, but other than that, it's still a really good weapon. Or you can even go for something like the Blackcliff bow. As you can see, it gives you crit damage, and after defeating enemy, your attack is increased by 12%. So it's overall a decent weapon. You will have to stack some more crit rate on her, but overall, you get a pretty nice passive. And yeah, Blackcliff Warbow is still also a really good option. There's a bunch of different weapons that you can use. Basically, the stats you're going to be looking for is crit rate or crit damage. Much like the Battle Pass weapon and Skyward Harp, you want either crit rate on it or crit damage like the Star Glitter weapon. And then the second thing that you're going to be looking for is attack. Of course, you're not going to use Rust, but you want attack percentage as the next one, and so on and so forth. So there are a few options. This isn't an in-depth bow guide, but if you have Ammo's Bow, that's obviously her best in-slot weapon for her. If not, like I said, there are a few other 4-star options that you can even use if you need to. Next up, we're going to be talking about artifacts, and this is something that is very important. So I have her on a 4-piece Wanderer's Troupe, which is without a doubt her absolute best set, especially to hit very high numbers. That's how I was hitting such high numbers with her in the intro of this video with the showcase. So obviously, 4-piece Wanderer's Troupe is her absolute best one. I have decent artifacts for Wanderer's Troupe. Of course, they're not the best, but they work perfectly fine. So I would highly recommend farming for, something like Blizzard Strayer, and then whatever you get that's bad, transfer it over in the crafting station to get Wanderer's Troupe pieces, because overall this is what you're going to be aiming for. But you can use Blizzard Strayer if you want to. You could use 2-piece Blizzard Strayer with a 2-piece Glad. It's not going to be anywhere close. I'll throw something on the screen while I'm talking, but I did a damage test with Blizzard Strayer versus Wanderer's Troupe, and honestly, since Wanderer's Troupe the 4-piece set, the 35% charged attack bonus is multiplicative, and it just deals so much more damage even though you're losing a 15% cryo damage bonus. But overall, if you have a really low crit rate, you can throw her on a 4-piece Blizzard Strayer to get the 40% crit rate from frozen enemies. But overall, there's no better set than the Wanderer's Troop. But like I said, you can throw her on a 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Blizzard Strayer, or 4-piece Blizzard Strayer, or even a 2-piece Blizzard Strayer with 2-piece Wanderer's Troop, or a 2-piece Blizzard Strayer with 2-piece Shiminawa. There's a few different options that you can run for her. You can also run something like Retracing Bull-Eyed. The 4-piece set gives you a 40% normal charge attack damage when you're shielded, but that is reliant on a shield, whereas something like the Wanderer's Troop set is not. But overall, there's still quite a few good options that you can use for her. But overall, no better set than Wanderer's Troop that I can even recommend. For Constellations, there is a couple good Constellations. This one right here is pretty good. So basically, when you shoot somebody with your arrow, with your charge shot, you're going to be decreasing their cryo resistance. It's very good, and it also regenerates energy for Ganyu. That's talent scaling. This Trail of Keelin is going to get 1 additional charge, which for those of you who don't know, basically you can just use your E skill twice straighter. This is just going to increase your Q by 2 levels. Same with this one right here. It's going to increase your E by 2 levels. Opponents standing within AOA of Celestial Shower take increased damage. So basically, after you use your Q, enemies that are within it are going to take increased damage. This is by far her best and strongest talent, as with most characters. After you E, you can, use both of your charge shot without having to charge it fully up. So basically what I mean by that is, instead of, holding it for that long, you'll be able to E and just fire just like that without having to, wait for the fully charged shots. So you'll be able to deal out a lot more damage. And so yeah, that's why her C6 is absolutely broken. But do keep in mind that you're getting very average Constellations up to that point. So if you only get her C5, it's really not worth it if you don't end up getting her C6. For her talents, as you can see, she's I have her built as a main DPS, obviously. This isn't a supports Ganyu at all, but her talent scaling is absolutely crazy. That's why I've crowned her normal attack, which is the most important thing with her kits, honestly. But yeah, so as you can see here, 230% Frostflake arrow damage and 392% bloom damage, which is the hit after the first hit. So once you charge up your charge attacks, you're going to be dealing 392% of your damage. And then of course your E is basically, it functions very similarly to Amber's, where basically you put it down on the ground, it distracts enemies, and then it just blows up. It's very simple, nothing too special about it, nothing to really cover about this. Of course you can level this up as well, but I recommend these two first, and then worrying about your E last. But yeah, this one is very good, and so you're going to be dealing damage over time to people. So the duration is 15 seconds and the cooldown is 15 seconds. Energy cost is 60, which is very average. It's between like Diluc and Raiden. Diluc's is 40 and Raiden is 80. So this is like the sweet spot of energy cost. It's not too much, it's not too little though. It's like the sweet spot. And on top of that, you can have 100% uptime on her Q, because the duration is the same as the cooldown. So you can have theoretically 100% uptime on it. For this talent is probably her most important one. After firing a Frostflake arrow, the crit rate of the subsequent Frostflake arrows and the resulting bloom damage is increased by 20% for 5 seconds. Basically, after you use a charge shot, as you can see, those little arrows go up around her. So after that first hit, the second hit is getting a boost to crit rates and also your arrows that you're shooting afterwards. So it's very nice, because especially like with my build, she could use a little more crit rate, so that really helps to help her crit a little bit more often. Next up is going to be Harmony Between Heaven and Earth. Celestial Shower gains a 20% cryo damage bonus. So basically, after you Q, you stand inside the radius of it, and you get a 20% cryo damage bonus, which is very nice. But overall, that's it for Ganyu herself. Let's go ahead and get into some party members and party functionality and play styles. This is my main Ganyu party setup, and this is probably the most meta party setup that you'll see. And the reason why is because Ganyu with double pyro, you're getting the 25% attack bonus. And on top of that, reverse melt has such a nice multiplier, which is 1.5x. And basically, your Ganyu's charge shot damage is going to be doing 1.5x with like Xiangling's ult. So like in my showcases, you can see earlier, I am, queuing with Xiangling and then charge shotting with Ganyu because you want to keep them affected with, pyro as much as possible. There is a couple other builds that I want to show you though, but mostly what you're going to be doing with this is you're going to be shielding. I highly recommend running a shielder with Ganyu because she has to stay in her charge shot animation, which you can't really dash out of, which is one of her weaknesses. But with the shielder, it can easily fix that problem. With someone like, Zhongli or somebody like Diona, just generally a decent shielder that can, that can protect you from taking a lot of damage. But Zhongli is definitely her best like support for her not taking damage. And then Xiangling obviously for melt, reverse melt reactions, and Bennett, his Q is just boost Ganyu's damage so much. But alternatively, there's a couple other options that you can use. If you do have Shenhe, you can use her if you lack a little bit of crit rate, because basically by putting Shenhe in here, you're going to be boosting her charge dot damage, and you're going to be getting 15% extra crit rate against enemies that are frozen or affected by cryo. So basically, if you keep them affected by cryo with Shenhe, you can get the 15% crit damage on Ganyu if you need it, and basically her hold E will boost Ganyu's charge shot damage, which is also very nice, but it still isn't as it isn't as strong or as powerful as the reverse melt reactions. But this is still another party that you can use, and another one that you can use is going to be similar to so basically with this, if you don't have any, I guess, pyro members built, you can swirl cryo and basically decrease their their resistance to cryo by 40% with 4-piece viridescent set, which is really good. So if you want to use somebody like Sucrose or somebody like Jean on a 4-piece viridescent set, you can use that to swirl cryo. But I would recommend running another cryo member for that. You're going to be swapping a lot more with this kind of team. But yeah, so overall, there's still no best team than a reverse melt team, because that's how you get so much damage because of the multiplier of reverse melt. But yeah, this is definitely her strongest team, and this is the one that I definitely recommend. Now for Ganyu, there's a couple things that you should keep in mind, and I know she's coming out soon, but there's some weaknesses that I want to talk about. The first one being that when you're in your charge shot like this, obviously you can't do anything about it. So enemies can still hit you. Enemies, it's hard to learn how to like dash out of things. And if for some reason you're about to get hit and you have to dash out, that's a full charge shot that you're missing out of. That you couldn't hit. That's a lot of damage that you're missing out of. Same thing like if you miss your arrow. If you miss your arrow, that's so much damage that you're just overall missing out of, because you missed the targets. So without like besides using somebody like Fischl, where you're just auto attacking the entire time like that, with Ganyu, she takes a little bit more skill because you do need to just aim with her, but you can also aim at the ground and it'll still affect opponents, which is still really nice because basically you don't have to hit them directly to get some damage on them. But of course, if you do get both hits, the scaling on the first hit will go towards the damage as well, and you'll be getting a lot more damage if you can hit the target. But if there's large groups of enemies and you shoot the ground, that's perfectly fine, because you'll be able to damage all of them all at once with just using just by shooting at the ground like that. But yeah, guys, so I definitely recommend holding getting a shielder for her. That way you don't really have to worry about damage so much while you're doing damage with her. And then whenever your shield breaks or your shield runs out, that's when you're going to be swapping, obviously popping your stuff, and then coming back to Ganyu herself. Anyways, guys, that is going to basically wrap up my Ganyu guide. I hope each and every one of you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if there's anything that I missed out so I can address it down in the comment sections. But yeah, go ahead and join the Discord server that I've linked in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.